Every new word I read kills me a little bit on the inside as I creep ever onward towards the inevitable. I asked him just now if my comment about the bills hurt him, and he said, "Oh yeah, it's so hard having a hot wife who makes good money. Really tough. Pray for me."
We will inspect your home.
Warning. Episodes may contain discussion of potentially triggering subjects. Please see the description for more information. Speaking of naughty, Beanie, what's our next keyword? Worcestershire. Worcestershire sister sauce. Worcestershire. Am I the hole for making my nephew eat food he ruined? Why is nephew in quotes? He, 11 male, is the child of my friend. I refer to him as my nephew because he calls me auntie. He was at my house and I made some hummus. He asked if he could put some Worcestershire sauce on his. I asked if that's something he's had in it before. He replied no. I offered to give him a small portion to try it first. He insisted he likes it and wants it. I told him in that case, even if he didn't like it, I expected him to still eat it all. Don't fucking do that. You will give kids an unfortunate relationship with food. I get that you offered your 11-year-old nephew to try it with a small little bit first, but if you do shit like this, they will have a combative relationship with food. Surprise, Worcestershire sauce and hummus is not a winning combination. He wanted to leave it and have me make him something else. I reminded him that I expected him to eat it after he was so insistent on having it. I conceded I couldn't force him to eat it, but I wouldn't be making him something else. I'm now the most horrible aunt ever, and my friend is angry that I let her son starve. This was lunchtime. She was picking him up at 5:30 to return home. He wasn't going to waste away. I don't honestly think I'm wrong here, but maybe I am. Edit. I'm advised to add the following that I replied to a question. There was also bread and celery and carrot and cucumber sticks and feta cubes. He did eat the bread and feta cubes, so there wasn't no food, just not as much as originally intended. Okay, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. The insistence that you eat it anyway was what threw me off, but if you just threw it away, right, instead, and just said, okay, well, I'm not gonna make you anything else. You ruined your food, you know? Second edit, first addressing a few common topics. That's a pretty normal sized lunch in my country. It's more food than I generally eat for lunch, and it's a similar size to the Lunchables his mother feeds him. I call it hummus because the standard spelling in my country. It's an accepted variation, people. Thank you for overall voting me not the whole, although I suspect it was close, and I've read all the comments and taken them on board. As a few people guessed, my friend got the I ate nothing all day version from my nephew, and once she heard the extended version of events, she was no longer particularly upset. I agree I could have been as insistent that he try a small bit as I was that I wasn't replacing that if he didn't like it, and apologized to him for that. I also apologized for the "you will finish it." That was never what I meant. He now understands why it was suggested that he experiments with a small bit and accepts that he could and should have taken that advice. He also apologized for wasting it, although whilst I don't like food waste, that wasn't my main concern. Better, yes. Much better after the edits. Much better after the edits. After the edits, I'm willing to say not the whole. You took advice, you took communication into account, you talked to both parties involved, you made up for it, you apologized. There we go. Growing moment for everyone, absolutely. If you would like to choose the next keyword search, type muffin into chat. Degrees is the next. Ooh. A lot of really creative words to be searching so far. Am I the whole for making fun of a woman for being in her 40s and single? Those quotes are doing some heavy fucking work right now. Those quotes are doing some real heavy work right now. This whole saga started because my husband took my last name. A couple weeks ago, he got his workplace to change it and his coworkers found out. About half of them think this is the funniest thing ever, and about half are deeply offended. Brenda is in the offended half and has made that clear. He and I are in a group chat with his coworkers where we organize carpooling during the pandemic. It is very helpful to us, so we can't leave the chat. Since he changed his name, my husband and I have been dealing with a lot of dumb jokes in the chat, which we've been mostly ignoring. Yesterday, Brenda, his coworker, and I got into a bit of a spat. I messaged the group asking if they could take my husband home since I wouldn't be back from work until late and needed the car. One of the other coworkers agreed, and I thought that was that. Brenda messages the group saying, maybe if you spent less time at work and more time being a wife, your husband wouldn't come into work with dirty shirts. No, wait, hang on. No, it makes sense that she's single. Ooh. I took this as a bad joke. Initially, my husband is a rural mail carrier, so his shirts look like shirts worn by someone in 90-degree heat on dusty roads. I do wash them, but there's only so much to be done. Oh, chat room. Oh, chat room. Ooh, dear viewer, we have upon us yet another script. I could make cleaning those shirts my full-time job, and it wouldn't do much. You won't be married very long if you keep trying to be the man in the relationship. I'd be embarrassed as a wife if I did so little for my husband. Well, I work more hours and pay the bills, so I think he can OxyClean his own shirts if it's so important. Maybe you should learn to take proper care of your husband, or you'll find yourself divorced. I'll let you know when I need relationship advice from someone who is 42 and single. Now apparently Brenda is going around saying that I mocked her for being single in her 40s. I don't care if someone is single in their 40s, but I think it's absolute bullshit that she can call me a bad wife, but I can't point out that she has no frame of reference. Edit number 1, people keep asking why I need to help arrange rides in the first place. When my husband is out on deliveries, he rarely has cell service. So if I find out late that I'm going to be home late, I need to be able to reach his coworkers directly. Multiple spouses are in the chat for the same reasons. Edit number 2, people are saying that I've hurt my husband's feelings by saying I pay the bills. He took her last name. No feelings are being hurt here. Right, absolutely not. After reading the exchange, he sent me a text saying, sometimes I forget you're a hard little bitch who takes no prisoners. I'm so proud. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yes. He's fine. I asked him just now if my comment about the bills hurt him, and he said, oh yeah, it's so hard having a hot wife who makes good money. Really tough. Pray for me. Weirdly, not the asshole. The clickbait got us real hard today. Ooh, clickbait got us hard. Ooh, 64% said yes, the asshole.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Who is going to choose our next keyword? Blue wren. Feather. Okay. Feather. Am I the whole for not bringing homemade treats to the office Christmas party and telling off coworkers who expected me to? Oh my God. Oh my God. This happened a couple weeks back. I am 22 and I'm one of the very few women in my office at work. It's me, one other engineer, and 2 ladies in HR and administration. It kind of sucks, and I want to get a new job once my 401k is vested. Otherwise, there are a lot of guys, like 50 or so, most of them older guys with families. Every new word I read kills me a little bit on the inside as I creep ever onward towards the inevitable. We had a potluck style party, and I was assigned a dessert. Everyone was asked to bring something. I picked up cupcakes from Aldi the night before the party and thought that was settled, but when I brought them in, a couple people started giving me some shit for not bringing something homemade. Specifically, 5 of my male coworkers. I knew a lot of my coworkers have wives or even daughters who cook for them, so they'll have lunch made every day, and they weren't getting shit said about that. I was like, how many of y'all cooked your own stuff for this? Not your wife, not your daughters. You yourself got in the kitchen and did it. Come on, raise your hands. Anyone at this here table put any work into this themselves? And none of them could. And none of them could. I was like, cool. Well, I'm single, and unless one of you wants to buy me a mail order bride or some shit, don't complain. I was being facetious, like I honestly don't think it's cool that they act all entitled and do fuck all at home, and I would want no part of that in my life. But it caused some drama at work. The HR rep got secondhand word that I was comparing people's wives to mail order brides or something. Name something in this world more fragile than the ego of a man. You can't. Stuff's cool now. I explained myself, but it seems like I ruffled some feathers. Am I the whole for how I handled this? Absolutely not. Pop the fuck off, queen. Put those fucking men in their place. Call them the fuck out for their ridiculous misogynistic double standards. Slap them around a little bit, but don't get in trouble with HR. Absolutely not the whole. Sign, seal it, deliver it, ship it out, put it on a pedestal, put some fucking glitter on it, put the spotlight on it. It is this, you're not, no. Chronic, what is our next keyword to find another Am I the Asshole post? Chronic, where are we going? Medicinal. Am I the whole for ruining my brother's marriage because his wife left me at the pool? Throwaway. This whole situation is so bizarre, I still can't really process it. It still doesn't feel real, but I feel scared and guilty. I, 19 female, had surgery a couple days ago to get all 4 of my wisdom teeth out. Because I had a really bad fear of dentists, they had to drug me pretty hard to do the removal. Not like laughing gas that wears off really fast, but actual IV medicine, so it was pretty much unconscious during the whole thing. They told me to have a responsible adult drive me to the appointment and back because the meds they gave me would make it dangerous to drive. My mom was on a work trip and couldn't take me, so I asked my sister-in-law, Bree, 24, not her real name, if she could do it, as the whole thing would take an hour or 2. I even offered gas money because the dental office is about 45 minutes away. I would have asked my brother, but he works during the day while Bree is a stay-at-home mom to their 2-year-old daughter, who I think was at Bree's mom's house that day. How in the absolute ever-loving fuck do you go from getting all 4 of your wisdom teeth removed at the dentist after undergoing ID sedation and anesthesia to getting dropped off at the pool? Bree agreed to take me to my appointment and the surgery went fine. Bree waited in the lobby for me to be done. When I came out of anesthesia, I was very disoriented and nauseous, which I guess is normal. I had gauze shoved in my mouth to stop any bleeding, and Bree took me to her car after I was let go. I don't really remember much of the drive, but it felt like not enough time passed before Bree got out of the car and told me to come out with her. I was really out of it and just followed her because the alternative was staying in the hot car. Long story short, we were at a pool. I was really confused, but once we were through the gate, Bree basically parked me at one of those little table benches, said she'd be back in a while. I was still trying not to puke and was really dizzy from the heat, 90 plus degrees, and the drugs, so I asked her to take me home, but she wouldn't. I guess since it was her day off and she didn't have my niece, she was meeting friends at the pool. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you fucking mean? I was starting to feel really sick and on the verge of passing out or having a panic attack, so I called my brother. I don't think he could understand me between the meds and the stuff in my mouth because he hung up and I guess called Bree because she came stomping back over, cussing and yelling at me and took me back to the car. I passed out on the drive home, but when we arrived, my brother had left work and met us in the driveway. He was screaming at Bree and she was crying. I was still pretty disoriented, but my brother took me back home and stayed with me until the meds wore off. That's when he told me he's divorcing Bree because of what she did, plus some other things he didn't go into detail about. It's been a few days since then, and Bree has been blowing up my phone, telling me what a bitch I am and how me tattling destroyed her family. Girl, you took a half sedated post-dental surgery patient to the pool in 90-degree weather. What do you fucking mean? I can't believe you tattled on me. I can't believe you almost killed me. Part of me feels bad because of my niece, and I wonder if I should have just dealt with it and waited for her to be done at the pool instead of calling my bro and causing problems. Am I the whole? What do you mean? Why is that even a question that you are asking right now? No. There's more. There's an update. Update. First, thank you everyone who read the original post and reassured me. It helped a lot, and I understand now that my bro's marriage was rocky before Bree pulled the stunt in my original post. I'm not good at Reddit, usually just silently read post, and my update kept getting deleted on the AITA sub, but a ton of folks asked for it, so here it is. I called my bro to check in on things, thank him again, and see how he and my niece were doing, and he told me some things about Bree and why he's divorcing her. Oh, yes. I don't think she's cheated on him or anything like that. A lot of people in the original post thought, at least my bro never said anything about that, but y'all were right about the incident with me being the straw that broke the camel's back, that I'm not the only victim of Bree being careless. They have a 2-year-old. A while back, I guess my bro came home early from work and found my niece, 2 years old, alone in their house with the front door unlocked. He called Bree 3 or 4 times with no answer, and she came in the front door right before he was about to call the cops. Apparently, she went to the convenience store, like a 5-minute drive from their place, and left my niece by herself. When my brother yelled at her, she said it was fine because nothing bad happened. And when he said the door was unlocked, she said she must have forgot and that it wasn't a big deal. Her phone was silenced on the charger in their bedroom, which is why she didn't answer when he called. Bree called him dramatic and told him to stop telling her how to parent and that the niece was fine for 20 minutes while she shopped for dinner stuff. My bro is taking some time off of work to take care of my niece because he kicked Bree out of their house the same day I had my surgery. She is staying at a hotel that bro is paying for, and he gave her 2 weeks, more like 1.5 now, to find a place before he quits paying for it. She says he's going for full custody because Bree is a danger to my niece and doesn't trust her anymore. She tried to argue when he kicked her out, but he threatened to call the police for what she did to me, and which I guess scared her because she left. Sorry it wasn't a very exciting update, but that's all bro would tell me. I think this isn't the first time Bree neglected niece too, but he said that he's doing what it takes to make sure it doesn't happen again. He also said that he doesn't think that Bree is completely malicious, but is extremely careless and doesn't believe her actions affect other people, which is why she can't be trusted not to hurt others by being selfish. I'm doing well after my surgery, even after everything that happened, so thank you all for the good wishes and the advice. I've gotten a lot of messages and sweet words, and it's a little too overwhelming to respond to all of them, but it still makes me feel a lot better about everything, so thank you again. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, not the a-hole. Beeps, you're not doing any damage. Wait. Actually, enhance. If you look very, very closely, you can see.
Why are we still here? Just to